Sugar and Spice and Everything Mice, written by Annie Silvestro, illustrated by Christy Curran Bauer. So instead of sugar and spice and everything nice, it's sugar and spice and everything mice. And something that this author chooses to do throughout the book is take simple words and turn them into words that are related to mice or cheese. So anytime you hear something that she has changed, I just want you to point it out. The snow fell fluffy and white. The pond was a sheet of ice. Winter was in full swing, and Lucy had never been happier. She had shown her friends how wonderful winter could be, and now they mice skated together nearly every single day. What did they do? They mice skated. One blustery, blizzardy morning, Lucy and her friends prepared to go above ground. But when Lucy opened the door, a fierce blast of wind sliced through the burrow. "Oh dear," said Lucy. "It's monstrous out there," said Marcello. So Munster is a type of cheese. So instead of saying it's monstrous, he says it's monstrous. The mice heaved their bodies against the door to shut it tight. "Too bad," said Mona. "So stormy," said Millie. "Don't worry," said Marcello. "We can all manchego outside tomorrow." So instead of just go outside, it's manchego, another type of cheese. Lucy smiled fondly at her friends. "It's a hot cocoa kind of day," she said. As Lucy stirred the milk, she got an idea. She loved how her friends had warmed to winter, her favorite season. Now she would do something special to thank them. She handed Mona, Millie, and Marcello their steaming mugs. "I'll bake us something to go with it," she said. "Brownies?" asked Mona. "Sugar cookies?" said Millie. "Cheesecake?" begged Marcello. "Pretty please, with Parmesan on top?" "Absolutely," said Lucy. Since Lucy had taught herself to skate, surely she could teach herself to bake. Then she could show her friends how too. She scampered to her room, tied on her apron, and set to work, measuring and mixing, beating and whisking, rolling and licking. And when the brownies were done, Lucy tasted one. "Ugh, too dry," she said. She tossed them in the trash. Have you ever baked anything? Did it turn out right the very first time? Sometimes it takes a lot of practice. That's when Mona peered inside. "Are the brownies ready?" she asked. "Not quite yet." "Do you need some help?" "Nope, all good," fibbed Lucy. Baking wasn't as easy as Lucy thought it would be, but she had promised her friends. So she tried again. This time she made sugar cookies. She mixed the dough, rolled it, and cut it into shapes. But what happened? The cookies burned to a crisp. Millie ducked in and took a sniff. "Everything okay?" she asked, wrinkling her nose. "Just fine," Lucy lied. "I'd be happy to..." But before Millie could finish, Lucy shuffled her out and shut the door. She didn't want her friends to think she was a failure. What do you think her friends would say if she just admitted that she was having trouble? Probably be kind and help her. Lucy tightened her apron and gave it another go. How hard could cheesecake be, she thought. Turns out it could be hard, very hard. So literally like hard as a rock. Cheesecake is supposed to be soft. So they've used this word to mean two different things. Hard as in difficult. It's difficult to make cheesecake, but also hard as in the opposite of soft. Hey girl, it's okay. Lucy's cheesecake was solid as a rock. Marcello poked his whiskers inside. May I have a morsel, he asked. Do you want to see the pictures? I know. Lucy turned beet red. I just wish you would let us help, said Marcello. Swiss instead of wish. That's when the oven went boom. So did Lucy's temper. Okay, girl, let's just pick you up. That's when the oven went boom. So did Lucy's temper. That's it, she squeaked, yanking off her apron. I quit. The storm had ended outside, but Lucy stormed on the inside. She brushed past Marcello, grabbed her skates and her pom-pom hat, and raced to the pond. She doesn't even say a word to any of them. She's so mad. Can you turn the page for me, Mackenzie? You want to turn that page? Oh. Lucy skated hard and fast across the ice. She spun around until she was dizzy. And for the first time, she did a full-on triple twist. I can't wait to teach everyone, she thought. That's when Lucy realized something. Skating had come so easily to her, but she knew it hadn't been easy for everyone. The other mice had needed her help. Help? I think Lucy realizes that she needs some help, babe. Lucy dashed home and nearly crashed into Mona, Millie, and Marcello. Help, she said. Will you help me bake? We thought you'd never ask, they said. Mona brought recipes. Millie brought cups, bowls, and spoons. Marcello brought lots and lots and lots of ingredients. They all look much happier now. The mice worked together, sifting, stirring, savoring, until finally, success! Good Gorgonzola, look at this feast! Gorgonzola is another type of cheese, exclaimed Marcello. It was time for a taste. Delicious, said Mona. Scrumptious, squeaked Millie. Unbelievable, cried Marcello. Lucy licked her lips. So unbelievable, brie's another kind of cheese. I couldn't have done it without your help, she said. Speaking of help, said Marcello, I'll help myself to more cheesecake. The mice giggled. And together, they ate every last crumb. Look at them, so full. They're laying down, holding their bellies. So, sugar and spice and everything mice, that sugar and spice were all the ingredients in her baking. What did we learn about working together from this story? Yeah, it's okay to need help and to ask for help. If you know me, you know that I am really bad at asking for help. So I could learn a lesson or two from this book. It is okay if you need help to just get some help. Makes everything a lot easier and everybody a lot happier.